The first occasion I truly became aware of her presence was when she visited to deliver a pie. Mrs. Walters, my 62-year-old neighbor, had always been amiable in that courteous, neighborly manner, exchanging small smiles and engaging in brief conversations whenever our paths crossed. However, on that particular day, "Hey guys, how are you? Most welcome to our channel, Cheating Wifey. If you are new on channel, then please subscribe us." There was an unmistakable difference about her, something I had not perceived before. It was a warm afternoon, and I had just completed mowing the lawn when she appeared at my door, a gentle smile gracing her lips as she extended the pie towards me. "I thought you might enjoy a little something sweet after all that hard work," she remarked, her voice light yet imbued with a warmth that compelled me to pause. The sunlight illuminated her silver hair in a manner that seemed almost otherworldly, though I did not dwell on it at the time. In the weeks that followed, I found myself contemplating her more frequently than I deemed appropriate. Initially, it was nothing over just fleeting thoughts and moments when her visage would unexpectedly surface in my mind. Yet there was an additional element, something I struggled to articulate. At times, when she was nearby, I experienced a peculiar tingling sensation, as if the very air around us was charged with electricity. Our encounters became increasingly frequent, each one imbued with an intensity that surpassed mere attraction. When her hand would lightly brush against mine, I could have sworn I glimpsed sparks of blue light flickering between our fingers, though I consistently attributed it to a mere trick of the light. At night, I would dream of vast, starry expanses and hear whispers in a language I did not comprehend, yet somehow felt I should recognize. The tension between us intensified until that pivotal evening when she arrived at my door. The atmosphere felt altered that night, heavy with potential and something else, something ancient and powerful that eluded my understanding. She settled on my couch, nervously twisting her hands, and for the first time, I observed that her eyes appeared to shift in color in the subdued light, transitioning from gray to an extraordinary shade of violet. She admitted, her voice quivering, that she could not cease her thoughts of me. When our lips finally met, the room was enveloped in a gentle, pulsating light that we both chose to ignore, too immersed in the moment to question its presence. The kiss was akin to touching a live wire electric, perilous, yet somehow appropriate. Naturally, the guilt followed. We both felt its weight pressing down on us for days. We steered clear of one another, the distance between our homes feeling like an immense chasm. Yet, an inexplicable force continued to draw us together, a connection that seemed to intensify with each passing day. A week after our kiss, I began to observe peculiar occurrences. The flowers in my garden bloomed out of season, their petals displaying colors that defied belief. At night, I would awaken to find my room illuminated by floating orbs of light that vanished upon my attempt to grasp them. Occasionally, when I gazed at my reflection, I could have sworn my eyes mirrored the same violet hue I had seen in Diane. This all culminated on a tranquil Sunday evening as I sat on my porch, contemplating Diane while watching the sunset. Suddenly, the sky began to transform. Initially, it was a subtle alteration in the hues of the clouds, but soon the very essence of reality appeared to ripple, akin to a stone cast into a still pond. At that moment, Diane emerged from her house, and I sensed she felt it too. She approached with a grace I had never noticed before, her silver hair flowing as if caught in a non-existent breeze. As she neared, the air around her shimmered with barely contained energy. "I believe it is time you learned the truth," she stated, her voice imbued with an otherworldly resonance, "about who I am and who you are." Before she could elaborate, the sky above us tore open, revealing a rift in reality that showcased a vista of unimaginable beauty, floating cities of crystal, planets in harmonious motion, and beings of pure light engaged in a cosmic dance. From the rift, a figure descended, its form shifting and flowing like liquid. The convergence of starlight is commencing, and the being spoke, its voice resonating within our minds rather than reaching our ears. "Diana, guardian of the seventh constellation, your self-imposed exile must come to an end. The barriers between dimensions are weakening, and the Council of Stars calls for your presence. I gazed at Diana as she was known, mesmerized as her human guise began to dissipate like morning mist, unveiling her true essence. She remained stunning, yet her beauty now resembled that of a supernova both awe-inspiring and formidable. Her skin shimmered with constellations, and her eyes contained the vastness of galaxies. "I chose this life," she declared, her voice imbued with both strength and sorrow. "I chose to dwell among humans to comprehend them." She turned her gaze toward me, revealing millennia of wisdom within her eyes. "To love them." The celestial beings pulsed with light, affirming, "Your choice has led you precisely where you are meant to be. Your human love has awakened what we had long forgotten, igniting dormant power in another." Her attention shifted to me, and I experienced a sensation akin to standing at the core of a star. "You," she continued, "harbor within you a fragment of the original starfire, passed down through countless generations. Your attraction to Diana was not mere coincidence. It was pure dormant power recognizing its own essence." Suddenly, clarity enveloped me with peculiar sensations, the impossible lights, the dreams of cosmic realms. As this realization washed over me, I felt something unlock deep within my core. Energy surged through my veins like liquid light, and I comprehended that my life had been leading to this pivotal moment. Diana extended her hand toward me, her smile radiating the warmth of 1,000 suns. "I fell in love with your humanity," she said gently, "but I have always sensed the starlight within you. Will you join me? There are worlds beyond imagination awaiting exploration, wrongs to be righted across dimensions, and a conflict between light and darkness that demands both our strengths, my ancient power and your human heart." I gazed at my home, reflecting on the ordinary life I had established in the garden, where it all began with a simple pie delivery. Then, my attention shifted to Diana, radiant in her true essence, eviling glimpses of wonders I had never imagined could exist. As I took her hand, feeling the surge of power between us, I realized that we were not merely contending with a forbidden attraction. Rather, we were grappling with our true identities. As we ascended toward the rift in reality, our forms began to transform, and I couldn't help but chuckle at the absurdity of the situation. "You know," I remarked, "when I first moved to this neighborhood, I was concerned about fitting in. It seems that will no longer be an issue." Diana's laughter resonated across dimensions, causing distant stars to twinkle in response. "My dear," she replied, her voice imbued with amusement and warmth, "you were never meant to belong in a conventional neighborhood. Your destiny has always been among the stars." The last image I retained before we traversed the dimensional portal was of my lawn, still neatly mowed, and Diana's pie dish resting on my kitchen counter, such mundane items now appearing as relics from a different life. As reality shifted around us, I came to understand that what we shared was not a forbidden love story. It was a cosmic awakening, masquerading as one. Somewhere in a quiet suburban neighborhood, our homes stood vacant, leaving the neighbors to forever ponder the strange lights they witnessed that night, and why the gardens of both houses continued to flourish with flowers and colors that defied earthly spectrums. The universe, it seems, possesses a peculiar sense of humor and an even stranger method of uniting soulmates, even when one is a celestial guardian in exile and the other an unwitting keeper of ancient starfire. Sometimes, what appears to be wrong is, in fact, the universe's way of correcting its course, steering us back to our true selves. As for us, we had worlds to save, dimensions to mend, and an eternity ahead to explore not just love, but the vast, beautiful mystery of existence. Itself, after all, when you discover that your forbidden love story is actually part of a cosmic plan billions of years in the making, it puts things in a rather different perspective. Though I have to admit, I still miss that pie. This is so sad for me. Hey guys, thanks for joined with me. If you are new on our channel, Cheating Wifey, then please subscribe us and press the bell icon also.